Ladies and gentlemen, please take your seats. The show is about to begin.
Hi, I'm Terry Long.
And I'm Jeremy Eden, and we are the co-CEOs of Harvest Earnings.
Welcome to the Elephant in the Boardroom. Hey, Jeremy.
Hey, Terry.
Remember when Nick, one of our favorite clients of all time, said to us in a meeting, you don't believe in this, you don't believe in that, you don't believe in the other thing. What the heck do you believe in? Which we thought was funny. And there are a lot of normal practices that we don't believe in, but let's talk today about probably the number one thing we don't believe in that is extremely common in the business world. And that is benchmarking. Take it away.
Okay. And just as a tease for our listeners, think dirty shirts and laundry. We'll come back to that. So this was an example of benchmarking and why it's, in our minds, pretty terrible. Booz Allen comes in.
That's a thick book.
Yeah, Booz Allen comes in, spends months and months and months and months benchmarking this free aspect of this company. They generate hundreds of suggestions that probably add up to $100 million or so. We show up several years later, and we are handed this document as a starting point that we may want teams to consider, because not a single thing in it was done. And it turns out there were actually about $400 million worth of good ideas that employees could come up with without, the assistance of Booz Allen's benchmarking. And so why is that?
I don't know, Jeremy, why?
So one reason is it is actually almost impossible to meaningfully compare not only different companies to each other, but even elements within a company. I mean, if you have 1,000 branches and some are huge ones in the middle of Manhattan, some are rural ones out and wherever, you can't benchmark those, or from an acquisition that uses a different system. So one is the numbers end up being very flawed. But the real flaw in benchmarking is one of two things happens. Either I'm told I'm in the bottom and I really need to change, and then I will fight tooth and nail to explain to you why it's not true. You're counting the numbers wrong. I provide a certain level of service the other guys don't. There isn't really. Anyway, I am going to spend a lot of time justifying why it's wrong. Equally bad, in some ways maybe worse, I don't know, is the top quartile goes, yeah, we're good.
Chef's kiss.
Thanks. Yeah. Go bother some other business unit. We're already great. And the problem is you might be at the top of your industry, even if there were a valid way to measure it. And that might just mean, as we who criticize benchmarking like to say, maybe you're just the cleanest shirt in the laundry. People who really want to excel aren't looking to see what other people do and wasting all their time on that. They try to see what they can do that maybe has never been done.
Yeah, because of course, even the best can get better. We do it all the time.
It's true. And yet it is absolutely amazing how this huge industry, which is now probably, 30 years old. I'm not sure when benchmarking really took off as a thing, but it's this huge industry. And I think it's because it absolves people of responsibility. Let the world out there tell us whether we're any good or not and what we should do to change in the name of we're learning from others. Well, we don't need to learn from others nearly as much as we need to learn from ourselves, from the people already in the company.
So I'm sure there are plenty of people out there who disagree with us, but to summarize, if you're below the benchmark, you're defensive about it, you argue why it's not right. And if you're above it, then you rest on your laurels. So I would like to end this, Jeremy, by telling you, you are absolutely in the top decile of co-CEOs at Harvest Earnings. You might even be in the top 2. Just saying.
Well, thank you. And I think that means I can take the rest of the week off because
No, it doesn't.
things are going good.
Okay, bye. Get back to work.
All right.